An excerpt from the book Living with Fear, A Life of Courage, Faith, and Love by James P. Wagner. Chapter 2. When Fear Fights Back. It was 1974, and the world felt very different then. Simpler in some ways, but more brutal in others. I was still a kid, and like most, at that age, I didn't have much guidance beyond the four walls of my house. No YouTube, no motivational speakers, no podcasts. When life knocked you down, your only lifeline was the people under your roof. Thankfully, I had two good ones. My parents were both from New York, sharp, fast-talking, opinionated, and fiercely protective. The day I came home crying, humiliated, glasses broken, emotionally wrecked, my mom sprang into action. She was ready to march into that school, grab the principal by the tie, and demand justice. That was her style. But my father, he had a different method in mind. After telling him what had been happening, he didn't raise his voice. He didn't show outrage. He just looked at me with calm, quiet disappointment I wasn't ready for. "Why are you putting up with it?" he asked. I told him I'd gone to the teachers. I tried to avoid conflict. I just wanted to get along. "How's that working out?" he asked, steady and unflinching. I didn't answer. I just lowered my head. That next day, something shifted. Dad came into my room holding two pairs of boxing gloves. One for me, one for him. But before we started, he did something I'll never forget. He put on a pair of thick black glasses. He usually wore contacts, but that night, he wore those glasses like a silent message. "I see you. I know what it's like to be you." We stepped into the garage. Bare concrete floor, low ceiling, a single yellow bulb hanging overhead. He looked me in the eyes and said, "Hit me." I hesitated. "Come on, hit me, as hard as you can." I threw a punch. He deflected it easily and tapped my shoulder with a soft jab. "Again," he said. We went back and forth like that for a few minutes. Then his tone changed. His punches got firmer. His voice grew sharper. He started taunting me, just enough to stir something inside. Tears welled up. My breath shortened. My body tensed. Not from pain, but from something deeper, waking up. And then I hit harder. I wasn't angry with him. I was angry with myself for everything I'd kept inside. I thought of the kids in the hallway, the names, the laughter, the shame, the silence I had swallowed day after day. That's when I realized my dad wasn't trying to hurt me. He was giving me something. He was passing down what the Marine Corps had given him, how to stand your ground when fear comes swinging. That wasn't our last session. For the next few months, we trained together once a week. Eventually, he added weightlifting to the routine. "You've faced the fear," he said. "Now, it's time to build the strength." He bought me some weights and showed me the basics. Light weights, high reps. It was my first taste of structured exercise, and I loved it. It wasn't a chore. It was something I looked forward to. I gradually added weight, and by the end of that summer, I was a different person. I hadn't grown taller. I still wore glasses, but I was stronger. And with that strength came something new. Confidence. The year was 1975. I was in 5th grade, on the first day of school. It didn't take long for the bullies to show up. I was in the hallway when Jack spotted me. He was big for his age, intimidating, a classic schoolyard bully. I expected a shove. Instead, he looked straight ahead, walked past me, and then stuck out his leg. I fell hard, but I didn't stay down. I jumped up, turned around, and without hesitation, punched Jack in the face with everything I had. He stumbled back into the lockers, then dropped to the floor. He was stunned. This wasn't the kid he remembered. He struggled to get up, holding his cheek and yelling profanities. But he didn't come at me. He stood there, throwing empty threats, just as a teacher stepped out into the hallway. The fight was over. All that training had paid off. Word spread fast. I had a reputation now. The bullies knew I wasn't an easy target anymore. And just like that, the bullying stopped. It amazed me how quickly things changed. That afternoon, I couldn't wait for my dad to get home. When I told him what happened, he was proud, but he reminded me of something important. "It's about self-defense," he said. "You don't want to start the fight, you want to end it." Fear had convinced me. I had no options. It lied to me. You don't have to take the abuse. You can do something about it. And when the time comes, you can find the courage to protect yourself. Thank you for watching the video I put together of Chapter 2 in my book, Living with Fear, A Life of Courage, Faith, and Love. I hope you enjoyed it. I invite you to get a copy and enjoy the whole book. Paperback and ebook are on Amazon, and the audiobook is available on Google Play. Thanks again.